What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in for another straight razor shave. Today's going to be number 178. Since today's going to be a new soap, I'm just going to show you the, good old razor, Max Sprecher, showing it first because I'm just prepare for a little bit of a longer one. This one's going to be explaining more on the soap. And I'm going to be lathering the soap with the Mozingo Brushworks custom that sort of this fiery theme is gonna match the soap. So this one is new to the den. House of Mammoth. I speak Cantonese, so that word is Pho, and it means luck, fortune, all things good. It means all of that. And just to show you, I have a red envelope here that this character is actually upside down printed right here. Normally it's gonna look like this. That's what it's supposed to look like. But, the tradition is to flip it upside down because the word for flipped upside down or inverted in Chinese is a homonym to the word arrive, or comes here or something like that. And very commonly it's sort of symbolizing fortune, all things good arrives here, comes here. And you often see something like this in a bigger poster paper right above the door. And it's upside down, so it symbolizes fortune when you walk through the door, something like that. So that's very common in Asian households, very common in my household. It's on several doors, not on this particular one. But yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like, upright. But it's flipped upside down here. And I have not smelled this yet. I don't know what the scent notes are, but I can speak to my scent memories for Chinese New Year. But I'm gonna take a quick whiff and start getting it lathered and let it open up. So this is my first time smelling it. It's very well blended. I was expecting something more harsh, but why am I surprised? He's a perfumer. I get a cologne green vibe to it. A little bit of spice. I like it. It's very, I wouldn't describe it sort of, in a color spectrum, I wouldn't describe it as red or fiery. A little bit of spice. I would say it's more green and a little bit of herbal spice to it. I get a ladder up. I'm letting the brush sit in the bowl for a little bit. You let it get wet. Wow. I would describe it as a fougere. I'm picking off a little bit of like flowers to it. I would say it's a good representation of something that Chinese New Year would smell like. Wow, I'm 5 minutes in, I didn't shave yet. Yeah, I just got it in, and this is my first impressions. I haven't smelled it yet, but it smells very good. So yeah, fresh pour. Probably blown out in the video, but here we go. I believe this is in the Tusk base, which I also have for Santal Noir, and it performs great, so I have no worries there about the performance of the soap base. So I'm just still getting familiar with the scent. 2 days of growth. Let's see how it opens up. I am getting, oddly, a little bit of vibes from like a Chinatown in New York City. Like a little bit of incense. Is there incense in this? I'm getting incense vibes from this. Holy crap. It smells like Chinatown. It does smell like some sort of convenience store. Like, I don't know anybody in New York City, but sounds like Chinatown, New York City, Manhattan, Mott Street, like one of those like shops, souvenirs, random crap stores with weird trinkets and stuff. Man, I think he nailed it. But it does not smell like Chinese New Year to me. To me, it does have all the little components of Chinese New Year, though, in my opinion. Wow. The incense is starting to become more apparent for me at this point. Sorry, this is gonna be a longer video. But I guess this is a new soap impressions, whatever you want to call it. So this 2 days of growth, Max Sprecher 88 Spanish Point. So if you were to tell me that this was Chinese New Year for that day, right? For me growing up, it was Chinese New Year is the morning of. For this year, it was February 1st. And the first thing I usually smell is oil in the air. Why? Usually my parents are in the kitchen early in that morning and they're cooking things for that first meal of the day. And they they are frying things. They're frying shrimp chips that usually start off like the size of a quarter, and then in the oil it blows up into a shrimp chip, and it's that smell of that oil in the air. That's the first thing that hits me. I don't know how you would put that in a scent or a perfume though. And do you want to? And then following that, usually it is flowers. Parents in Asian households like to buy flowers. They bloom. There's tons of floral scents hitting you when you wake up. And then there is firecrackers. So it's distinctly more so the scent of what? Like small pieces of burning paper. And it fills, usually you light it up right outside the door for a little bit. Not that long, quick. A couple minutes, but the wafts of smoke comes into the house. And then how would you describe that? Maybe like burning, like an empty toilet paper roll that was burnt. That kind of stuff. That kind of smell. I don't know if that's the accurate description, but that's in my head what it would smell like. And then finally, everybody sort of knows the custom of red envelopes. So, red envelope, often you open this and it's a crisp bill. And I'm sure most of you know what the smell of money is. And when you put money in a small enclosed space like this, you open it up, it just smells like money. And it is very common for Asians to go to the bank and request crisp new bills so that they can put them inside these red envelopes. While there are no like hard and fast rules for envelopes, giving red envelopes with money in it, it's very common for the rule to be, at least for what my parents tell me, you know, it's often older married couples giving red envelopes to the unmarried. But you know, I give red envelopes to grandma for her birthday and whatnot. So when it comes to Chinese New Year traditions, it's usually older married to younger not married. Very dangerous what I just did. So yeah, those are the 4 scent notes for me when it comes to Chinese New Year. Oil in the air. Flowers. Blooming flowers. I'm not sure what flowers. Firecrackers. Money. So all those things symbolize, you know, strength, energy. Growth, wealth. Likely my only soap purchase for the year. I hope. I've been pretty fine, not trying to grab everything. Glad to support Ben, the perfumer behind this. I believe he also lives in New York City, and he often contributes to a good cause. And it's not often you see many Chinese themed soaps, I guess. Though I believe, you know, there are artisans in China doing shave soaps now. I just added a touch of water. Close this out. I'm gonna call it there. All right. So final thoughts on Phuc from Canton. That's in Cantonese. From this is Phuc from House of Mammoth in celebration of the Chinese New Year. Yeah, it's really well blended. I'm not great with these scent notes, fragrance notes. I don't know the advertised scent notes. Incense is growing. Definitely some green vibes, incense, a little bit of floral. Yeah, that's the best way I can portray the biggest scent cloud notes of this, and I am glad it's here. It does remind me of Chinatown in New York City. It does, which is very interesting. So I'll end it there. Thank you for watching. I don't know. I probably want to use it for the short term because Chinese New Year usually spans weeks of celebration, but in the U.S. it's not as hardcore. It was on the first, so but yeah, maybe I'll use it off camera for a little bit. But yeah, that's my first impressions of it. Maybe you'll like it too, based on how I described it, or I bought it initially just for the label. It looked really nice, but the scent really turned out to be great surprise and a great scent. It does bring out that scent memory for me. So who knows what it'll do for you, right? Okay, thank you for watching. 恭喜发财, Happy New Year. Everybody make big money and stay healthy, and I hope everybody a great fortune for the year. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.